So in today's class, we are going to look into one of the most important service of AWS, that is known as VPC, which stands for Virtual Private Cloud. Okay, what is the need of having a private cloud when you are already AWS itself is a cloud? So what is the need of having a private cloud? Any idea?
I believe, sir, it depends on because every organization needs to have different solutions. So in our virtual private cloud, we can keep different services in containerized manner so that when somebody needs to access, like if internet needs to access our IP address, it's only going to
Mhm.
access certain components of our cloud, not like our database or anything. So that would be kept in the private cloud, and everything that needs to interact with the internet traffic stays different, and then we can add firewalls and different type of stuff. So it's like a the private cloud becomes an environment where you can put your own solution how you want
Mhm.
the architecture of your cloud to be. I believe that. Yeah.
Good definition. I mean, you said everything correctly. So basically, what do we need? Even though we have AWS cloud, we are running a organization. Okay, in organization there are certain protocols that should not be breached, and for that purpose, we need to have our own region. Okay, on which our data will be there, our team will work on. Okay, and nothing should go out of that. Even if something is going out of that, it should come to everyone's information that something is going out of. So for that purpose, you need to create a region, and
Mhm.
that region, that private region, is termed as VPC. So it will give you a private region in that huge AWS cloud, where you create your own EC2 instance in your network. Okay, and you can transfer or you can create multiple EC2 instances or multiple services in your network instead of AWS open network. So
Yes, sir.
that's the main purpose. Okay, so if you see the definition also, a private isolate network within AWS cloud where you can launch and manage your resources. So these resources will be fully yours. Okay,
Yes, sir.
great. Then what is the need? To securely isolate and control network environment. That is the main importance. You should be controlling your environment completely. It's not that it should be everything is open, anyone can come. There is nothing like open source. Okay. So let's see, animation wise, like your website is ready and you want to deploy it. So where will you deploy? In this whole earth region, you will select certain for certain regions specifically, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it could be US, it could be Asia, it could be Europe. Depends upon where is your current location is, or where is your customer target customer. So even if you suppose if you choose Asia, then in which Asia region you are going to host it. Basically, we don't see such things. Okay, these are the options provided by the cloud providers. Like if I'm using AWS, it will provide you these regions. Okay, and then again
Mm-hmm.
in each region you will get the cities which are famous cities where your data center is there. So these data
Mm-hmm.
center, your website will be hosted in these data center. So if your
Yeah.
customer is Asian people, they'll be get the access very quickly compared to the people who are in US or in Europe.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so that's why region is important for hosting your application. Now in each region, okay, suppose we choose Mumbai as a region. So in each region, there will not be a single data center. There could be a multiple data center. Okay, because single data center hosting the whole India would be a huge task. It will be a huge load on it. Plus,
Yes.
you need backup as well. So that's why in each region there are multiple availability zone, which is in short also known as AZs. There could be one, two, three, four, five, multiple, but generally it is termed as ABC. Okay, every data center in each region start with their name A, B, C like this. Okay.
Okay.
So if I show you AWS console page, if you see that is region, okay. So US East one. Okay. In this East one, um, where are those subnets? I'll show you later where A, B, C you can see. Here it is not mentioned. Here it is only mentioned a single state uh, and its location. But once you will go inside this North Virginia, there are multiple subnets. Let's see. Okay, when we'll cover this, let me see over here. Hmm. So if I go here, I'll try to create a subnet. This. So if you come here, I choose one. Okay, the default one. Inside this one, if you see, there is US North Virginia, US East 1A, 1B, 1C. You see?
Mm-hmm.
In North
Yes, sir.
Virginia, at a particular region, all are US East one. Okay. You are
Okay.
getting three subnets, which means three availability zone is there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in each region, you will be getting three or four, but their name will be like 1A, 1B, 1C. If the
Mm-hmm.
region ends with A, 1, then it will be get attached. ABC will be attached as a postfix suffix.
So we don't have to attach each one. If we just choose one, then it will come with everything after that. So if we choose B, then it will come with C. Or if we choose B, it will come with A and C
No, no,
also.
no. Every availability zone is independent of each other. So if you choose
Okay.
B, it will be B only. Means this data center, your application, and all your data will be hosted over here. But
So
some
what
of
did
the
you mean by sorry.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
What did you mean by postfix then? Like if we choose A,
In the
then B and C.
name,
Oh,
I
in the
said,
name.
yeah,
Okay.
if you see their names, so like
Okay.
it ends with US East 1, US East 1. If you see over here, US East 1, and the postfix is your
B
ABC.
and C.
ABC.
Yes.
Good.
Okay. But if we
Region will be
choose one,
this.
use one.
Yeah, if you choose one A, it will remain one A. Okay.
All the
This will be
sounds
your
good.
availability zone. You can see AZ. Okay.
Mm.
Let's go further. So in one region, you choose one availability zone. Okay. There is a region which we choose Mumbai. In Mumbai, you created one your own VPC. The name you have given as my VPC. Okay. So this is your whole AWS cloud. Okay. Inside this cloud, you create your two region, two VPC. Okay. So these two VPC are inside one region. This region could be Mumbai, Europe, Singapore, whatever. Okay.
Okay,
And
sir.
in each VPC, you want to have this service. What is this service? Can you tell me?
I think it's the EC2 instance, right?
Yes, this EC2 instance. So
Yeah.
what I did, I created two virtual space, okay, inside my VPC. Suppose this
Yeah.
is for production and this is for testing.
Okay.
In production, I have subnet, two different zone, one for the
Yeah.
public, one for the private. Okay.
Yes.
And I want to connect with public or private. So what are the protocols or what is the procedure to connect with? So these public subnet, private subnet is one small region. So let's see what is this subnet actually is. Subnet is a small segmented part of a large network. What is your large
Mm-hmm.
network? VPC is your large network. Okay.
Yes.
Inside this VPC, we created two small segments. So in each segment, so each
Yes.
subnet is independent of other unless you establish some rules among them. Okay. So suppose my VPC, this VPC is given IP address of 100 and it created two
Yeah.
subnets. So it divided 50-50 among them.
Okay.
Okay. So 50 IP addresses will be under public subnet, 50 IP addresses will be in the private subnet. Okay. It's like this.
Sir, I have two questions.
Go
One
ahead.
is, so what here is the difference between a region and a availability zone? Because if you go back to the diagram where we have the VPC,
Mm-hmm.
so within this, we are saying the region is Mumbai,
Yeah,
but when we say that the availability zone, it's going to be either like Mumbai 1A, 1B, 1C, like that,
correct,
correct?
correct.
So, but when we created two instances between the VPC,
Mm-hmm.
does both of them go under the same one, under the same VPC, or can we choose which availability zone each instance needs to be in?
Okay, so let's see one by one. So region is your Mumbai, okay? In
Yes.
Mumbai, you are going to have three availability zone. If you want to
Yes.
see, I'll show you also.
Yes, sir.
Let's change the region from here to Mumbai. Okay. I'll come to the subnet, choosing the VPC, okay? Where
Yes.
we are choosing the VPC? In the region.
In the
Okay.
region.
Yeah. And then after in each region, how
Yes.
many availability zone? You can see 1A, 1B, 1C, 3. Means
Yes.
there are 3 data center in each region. So
Yes.
my VPC is under which region? Mumbai.
Um, yes.
Okay. And inside this my VPC, I am creating another small segment, which is known as
Right.
this is known as subnet,
Mhm.
specifically on AP South 1A. Okay.
Yes.
So in this 1A, my data, all my data will be go in this one part. Suppose this is
One.
the availability subnet I choose. Okay.
Yes.
So it will go inside everything in this one. Now
Yeah.
I am going to create another one. Okay. Another subnet I created. And for that
Yes.
purpose, I choose 1B. So 1B
Okay.
could be this private subnet. The name I'll be given as private cloud.
Oh,
So this
okay.
will be chosen. So one
Okay.
EC2 instance is in the one availability zone, other EC2
Yeah.
instance in the other availability zone. Okay,
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, that was my question.
great. So far understood the concept of subnet?
Yes, sir. And
Okay.
then does this
Hmm.
automatically gets divided like 50-50 IP addresses if your VPC has 100, or we
No,
can manage how many
you
needs to
can
be in?
manage. You can put 70 in one and 30 in different one,
Okay.
or 10 in one, 90 in the other one. You can manage it. I'll show you how
Okay.
to do that one. So no need to worry about that. Because if you are going to create one subnet, your IP address range decides how many will be allocated. So if you are thinking that in future I could have multiple more, so I can
Right.
create this range little longer. I can provide little less because private only few people will access, right? Not the all people who are going to access the public are not going to access
Yeah.
the private one. Only few
Mm-hmm.
people. So it is not necessary, or it is not the need to have the same number of IP address divide among them. I can put
Yes.
only 10 in the private and 90 or 50 in this one. I'll save rest for the later purpose.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
great. Now, in each region, as I said, so if you see this, what is the IP address? Ends with /16. This whole is actually known as CIDR, classless interdomain range. Okay. I'll come to
Oh,
in this one. Okay. No need to worry. Just see. So when I say 16, it divides among 24, 24. So right now you may not understand. Okay. Let me go forward. Okay. This picture, I hope you understand. One availability zone. Okay. In each availability zone, I'm having one subnet. In another availability zone, another subnet. In another availability zone, another subnet. So all together are inside which? Inside a region. And region could be your
eh,
Mumbai, Singapore, or anything. Okay.
okay.
This is simple. Now, how to choose which one is public and which one is private? We'll come to this one later. Going ahead. Okay. Let's continue on. No need to worry. See, how will you decide that one subnet became private, other subnet became public?
Mhm.
Okay, so to come to into this one, first let's put all your focus in public. Okay, forget about private right now. So in public, I am having EC2 instance, and EC2 instance need to connect with the internet. Okay, this is your VPC, and right now your VPC having no connection with the outer world. So the very first thing you will do is to connect it with the internet. So for that purpose, you use internet gateway. This is one of the service. Okay. So you
Yes,
required
sir.
internet gateway, which will be channeled to your public one to access internet, because whatever the application you will be using in your EC2 instance need to connect with the internet. Without internet, it won't work. Okay. If you want to run any application. So you connect with the public internet gateway. Okay. This is the internet gateway symbol.
Yes,
Then
sir.
after you get the internet access. But to channel this internet gateway access, you cannot do it directly to private. I cannot provide directly, otherwise it will become public. So what
Uh-huh.
we do, we provide a NAT gateway between public and private, which will help us to access privately. So all the people who are having the access of this public, okay, all or the internet, if it requires to have the access of internet, it has to go through in this way. So you
Yes.
need to connect your public subnet with the private using this NAT gateway. So if someone asks you, how will you create a private subnet? So simply say, I'll connect with a NAT gateway. NAT gateway always use for connecting to the private or making the subnet as private. If I want to make this subnet as private, I'll connect with a NAT gateway.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So NAT gateways provide specific people access to this one, not all the people who are having the access of this public. But it doesn't come directly, internet gateway directly doesn't go to your public. It has to connect with the something else. So before that, let's see the definition of internet gateway, which is a component that allows the communication between instance of your VPC and the internet. Okay, the outside internet to your VPC. That's the main purpose of your internet gateway. Any question in internet gateway related? Any confusion anywhere so far?
Quick question, sir. So I
Mhm.
have used that gateway before. I was carrying out a heartbleed attack. So I used two different virtual machines. So I was
Okay.
attacking one to the other, and I used NAT gateway to connect both of the instances. My
Mhm.
only question is, if you have to, if you connect like the private one to the public
Mhm.
subnet using the NAT gateway,
Mhm.
does does that private cloud have access directly to the traffic, or first that will go to the private and only then private will be able to access? So is NAT gateway connection between two instances, or is it connection between two instances and the traffic?
NAT gateway always first connect with the public one. Okay. To create a private, okay, you need to have a public instance which is having the access of your internet. If you do not have that one, then it's not possible to create a private subnet.
Okay.
So that's how you in well, I'll show you while we connect with our NAT gateway. How do we do that one? So all process will look into that one. And I'll
Okay.
try to look if we can have only private subnet. So I haven't done that one, but I'll try to take a look into that one as well. Okay.
Okay.
So you required one route table to connect. Route table will tell the internet gateway that this is the path to connect with the public one. Even
Uh-huh.
for the NAT gateway, inside you require a route table, which will tells this is the path to connect with the private one.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is how you will be creating your public and the private subnet. Okay. So far, any more questions related to the concept we have studied so far?
Just to ask, this route
Mhm.
table is going to route different like ports to different public in our public subnet, correct? Like that's what the
Correct.
route table is for?
Correct.
Okay.
So all the routing task is done by the route table.
Okay.
Okay. So route table is basically a set of rules called the, yeah, all the rules will be set in this route table. So the rules basically which IP address to which IP address I have to connect. Okay, that are used to determine whether network traffic from your subnet or the gateway is directed. Okay, so if
Okay,
the
just to
internet is coming from the gateway, internet gateway, where or which subnet should get that internet connection? So that has to be connected with the route table. The route table will tell. And each
okay,
subnet in your VPC must be associated with a route table, okay, which controls the routing of the subnet. So all the subnets should be connected with the route table. Okay.
okay.
More about this one when we'll do the practical hands-on, it will be much more clear.
Okay, so just to clear this though,
Hmm.
the route only routes to which subnet do you need to go to, not the port
Correct.
number. That's
Mm.
that's that's okay, okay. Just
Instead
want
of
to clear.
port number, you should say the IP address or the two services. Among the two services, suppose internet gateway and the subnet. These are the two services. Now I want to connect these two together. I require a route table for that one. So in
Okay.
route table, the rules that you will be setting, which will be your IP addresses.
Yes.
Okay, IP address of what? Of your subnet. I should not
Right.
say IP address, I should say CIDR number, which is classless inter-domain range, which look
CIDR.
like this, but let's go deeper into this one. Classless inter-domain routing is a method of allocating IP addresses. To whom? To your services. Okay, let's
Okay.
see. Okay, let's start from here. If I'll open the other page as well. Okay, so just focus right now over here. Let me open another one. So there's a notepad plus plus. Generally, IP addresses are in this form. Okay, max 4 digit you will see if it is IPv4. Okay, what
Okay.
does this each termed as? Each one is 1 byte. Okay, in 1 byte, how many bits?
8.
8. Okay, so total how many bits you will be having?
32.
32. Okay, I'm not going to create. So you can
Yes.
see these 32 over here. 8,
Yeah.
8, 8, and 8. And the combination. So can you tell me how many combinations will be possible of 0 and 1?
2 to the 32.
2 to the power 32, which is equal to this
To
much.
the, oh yeah. I don't know what the number
Okay,
is.
yeah, nobody knows. Okay, it's a huge number. So this much will be the number. No need to count
Yes.
or anything. So it's a huge number. Okay.
Yeah.
So slash 0. So understood this is the IP address. Okay. Which contain approximately 32 bit in total. And each
Oh,
bit is contain 8 bits. Each byte contains 8 bit. Okay. And the number starts from 0. Okay. The
uh-huh.
minimum will be 0. Maximum will be 256. If 256. Sorry, 255. If it is start from 0, total will be
0.
256 and
Yes.
in
Yes.
number it will be 255 because you have to count 0 as well. Okay.
Yes.
So why 255? Because if you do all 0 to 1, the maximum it can digest comes out to be 2 to the power 8 will be this one, 256. Okay.
Yes.
But you may ask why it is showing up to 255 because 0 is also counted over here. Okay. So
Okay.
the total range goes to 256. You will see 255.
Okay.
So if I do 255, here also if I do 255, so see all 0 is converting into 1.
Yes.
Okay. This is whole completed. Or if you do 000, everything will be 0. Okay. In this way, these are taught in a very school level class that how to convert your binary number into decimal, decimal to binary, decimal to octa, octa to hexadecimal. Okay, so this is not the thing. Just do the 2 to the power and it will convert into decimal. Okay, let's come
Right.
here. Understood the concept of this 4 IP address, IPv4.
Yes, sir. But quick question.
Hmm.
Remember how we did after the slash? Remember
Yeah,
when we
yeah, I'll
had
come
like
to that one. But first, make sure I'm making sure that you understood this 4. Okay,
yes.
starts from 0, end at
Okay.
255, total range is 256 of each byte. Okay.
Do we all do we have to leave out number 0 and 255 in the first four also, or that for this it doesn't matter, the first and the last one, like we leave it for the after slash?
After slash right now, don't focus. I'll come to
Yes,
this
no.
after slash.
uh,
But here,
Remember last
hmm,
class we
yeah, yeah.
did you showed me an example, but you told me like if there are 16, we don't
Hmm.
use the first one and the 16 one. So
Yeah,
you
yeah, I'll
have
come to that one. Okay,
okay, okay.
I'll come to that. So only 3 things so far, whatever we have studied, you can have to carry out. The first thing, it starts from 0, okay, ends at 255, and the total range of each byte is 256. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
So if you see the maximum 255, 255, 255 is the maximum IP address. If this
Yes.
slash is not available over here, okay, this part is not available over here, you have the maximum IP address you can assign to anyone is this one. Minimum IP
Oh,
address you can assign is this one, or you
mm-hmm.
say that this one. Okay.
Yes.
So what will be the first usable? This is the first usable IP address. Means it always
Yes.
starts from the back. This is the first usable. If I do this one,
Okay.
this is the first usable. This is the one of the IP address. Okay. And the
Yes, sir.
last IP address as usable is 254, not
Oh,
255. So
okay,
remember
okay.
one thing. This is also an IP address, but it is not being used. This is
Yes.
also an IP address which is not being used. Why?
Okay. Okay.
This is the question. Because as a user, you will be either get the IP addresses between this range to this range. Even
Yes.
though there is another IP addresses which is below this range, which is this one,
Yes.
but you won't get this. You should not get this. Okay, you may get, but you should not use this. And the
Mm-hmm.
last one is this one. Why? Let me tell you. 00, it means available to everyone.
Okay.
Last time we created EC2 instance where IP addresses was 000, it means it is going to be available for you for everyone, which
Right.
nobody wants. Okay.
Right.
So that's for testing purpose you can do, but not for the production one. The last is the
Okay.
broadcast IP addresses. Broadcast means basically uh, these are the end IP addresses where the range is get finished. Okay. And if anyone has to broadcast something, broadcast, you understand now? When you want to put something on live,
On
they
live,
are
yeah.
going to choose the end of this IP addresses. Okay. So that's how. If I'll change again, the range depends upon the range. Okay. It gets changes. It will provide you the first usable and the last usable. And as a norms, you should only use the IP addresses from this to this, not the last, the extreme one, not the first one. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's understand this part. This slash here, the range goes up to 32. Okay. And it starts from 0, 0 to 32. That's the range. Okay. What
Okay.
does it mean? 32, did you understand what does the 32 means? It indicates all this each bits.
Okay.
Okay. So understand this slash is a blocker. If I do 0, it will not block any of the IP address. Okay.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
I do 1, it will block the first IP address, this part. You cannot
Oh,
make it 1 right now. This
okay.
will be fixed. So if I do 250, I'll try to make 255. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So generally this is fixed. Okay. You won't be able to change this one. Okay. Here they
Right.
are just for testing purpose, they are showing. Oh, 222. So even it shows one, okay, but generally it is a block. Okay, you won't be able to change anything over here. This one is block. So all the combination you will get only from here to here. Okay, because the moment I'll say it's one, means the first part is block. If I'll say two, sorry, two, first two part will be block. Whatever initial value, it will remain that. So
Okay.
number will be only changed from here to here. Okay, so you can
Okay.
see the IP addresses over here. So
Yeah.
if you see, the first usable will be this. If I do one, then total count, you can see the total count is uh, how much? The first usable you can see over here. This is the first
Yeah.
usable when I do this one. This is block and this is also. Okay. Now, if I do two, again it's going to block two. So that's why the count reduced to how much
Yeah.
this
Five.
is? Less than the previous one. Okay.
So
Uh,
I think it's one.
thousand, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crore, 100 crores. Or if I say in thousand, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million,
100.
100 million, billion, which is about 10 billion. Okay.
Yes.
But when it was one, it was 2 billion something.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this way, if I do 10 or 8, which
It
means
keeps decreasing.
first part is blocked.
But
94 is not going to change now. So
sir,
you
but
will.
what makes
Mhm.
94? Is it possible, like, is the blocking after the slash related to what number is gonna come in the front, or that number could be anything? Blocking is separate, just that it blocks the, you cannot change the first thing.
No, if I do like this, 124 dot 144 dot 21 dot 10 dot 10. Okay.
Yeah.
And I do slash 8.
Yes.
Now it means the first part is not going to change. The
Okay.
next IP address which will come will be changed from here to here. All
Okay.
the IP address range will be changed over here. No changes
Okay.
will be done in this 144. So the next IP address you will see is 143. This will not change. This will 21 because changes start from the back, 10 and then dot 11.
Okay. Okay.
And
Okay.
this
Okay.
will goes up to 255.
5. Yes.
Then once this fill, then it will goes up to 10, 11, 12, 13 up to 255.
Yes.
And when this fails, then it will come over here and you again have up to 1,
250.
2, 3, up to 255. That's it.
Okay.
First part not going to change at all. This part is not going to change at all.
But because it says 8, it doesn't have to be 0. It just means it's not gonna change.
Yeah, the first 8 bits is fixed.
And
It
if 8 would be 16, then the
then,
first wouldn't be changing.
yeah,
Yes.
if suppose I remove this one and if I do 16 over here, it means the next IP address will be 143 dot 21 dot 10 dot 11. Okay,
Okay.
slash
Yeah.
16. And
Okay.
this will goes up to
250.
255.
And the next one also
Next
255.
one also goes to 255. But will 21 go?
No, it
No,
won't change it.
it won't change.
Okay.
Okay. If I do 24 over here, then
Yes. Then the third 255 also stays 10, and the only
suppose it
last.
was 10 over here. So only
Yes.
thing will change is this part. So how many
Yes.
range will be with you when it is 224 over here?
Only
Available range?
it's gonna be 254 because 0 and 250
Yeah, if I
uh
say range, you can say it's 256. If I say
it's
usable range, then it
oh,
is
okay.
254.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
254. Now let's confirm this one with our test.
Okay.
Okay. So if I do over here 2, sorry, 16, 24, no? 24,
Yes.
then total count will be
256.
256, but the usable starts from 1 to 254.
Okay. So that's
Okay.
254.
Yeah. The
Yes.
first one, the first one is the 01 and the last one is
Yes.
the 255. This will
Yes.
remain. This shouldn't be used. On so
Okay.
you exclude these two, and the left part will be 254. This is the usable range. Total range is 256.
Okay.
Now,
And by chance, sorry, go ahead.
what if I do 32 over here? How, what will be the range?
Then I don't think, then you kind of end up blocking all of them. I think then it's
And you will
just
be stick with this only.
this one,
So
one
total
identity.
only if I do over
Yeah.
here 32, the count is
Yes. One.
1. Okay. No broadcast IP, no net mask. I mean, you have only one. Okay. So the usable is only one. This is the usable one.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
One of the most important concept of
Alright.
VPC. Hmm.
So if you want, like, suppose if we are using the service, right, and we want all of our whoever like we want to be connected to the internet traffic, and if
Mhm.
you want to send all of them a message, is that when you use broadcast IP or we don't use broadcast at all?
We don't use broadcast at all.
Okay,
That's the thing. Okay. Not the broadcast, not the net mask.
not the response. Okay.
Okay. Now let's go back to our slide and let's see. So this was the first one. So first one is the class A, okay, which is /8. Understood? So too big for most network. You have these 16.7 million addresses, IP addresses. Understood? Because 8 bits is only blocked, rest 24 bits you can modify.
Yes.
Again, class B, which is /16, you have 65,536 IP addresses, often too big. Okay, for the organizations like what, some medium level organization, Google and those you can use the /8, but
Uh-huh.
medium organizations will use /16, where the workforce is less than 65,000.
Right.
And the class 6 is the startup companies, okay, where they have only 256 IP addresses available, often too
Mhm.
small. So if you have suppose only 256 worker or 250 or 200 workers and you created class B, so this will waste about 65,000 IP addresses, right? When you need only 15 500 IP addresses.
Yes.
Okay. So understood class A, class B, class C ranges of the IP addresses or the
Yes.
CIDR.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Do we have to pay for these? Is that why like some companies keep less, like even if you're a small organization?
Yeah, you have to. But the thing
Oh,
is, it depends upon how many IP addresses are in use. Okay. If they
okay.
are not in use and still you are borrowing that one, companies won't charge. Okay. But somehow there is some hidden charges they'll ask, or kind of you are using this much. So there's not the good practice, I would say.
Okay.
So do the research on this one. Okay. Come up with the answer that if I
Okay.
have a workforce of 255 and I choose
Yeah.
class B CIDI range, will I get charged for the all unused IP addresses?
Okay.
Okay. So get this question as your homework for next class. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So example, we can have this lot of example. If it is 12, 16, 12. Okay. /12
Oh,
understood the meaning
so
of
it doesn't have to put 8, 16,
mm,
20,
you
22. We
can
can do
choose the
any.
in between also. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's not a fixed thing. You can choose in between.
Okay.
Okay. So this you have understood, slash 24 or slash 16 or slash 12. It means
Yes.
those bits are blocked. That's it. Okay. So this is known as subnet mask. So if your subnet mask is basically the extreme number you can have. When I
Yes.
say 224 means 24 will be blocked. So what is the
Right.
extreme 24 can be blocked, which is 255, 255, 255, right?
Yes.
If I say 16, it means the subnet mask will be 255, 255.00. And if
Okay.
it is 8, the first extreme can goes up to 255. That's it. The rest three are usable. So that's why
Okay.
their representation in binary is 0000. So if I
But
ask what is the subnet mask of 32,
uh-huh.
so what will be the answer?
It will be all 255. Then it's just going to be
Correct.
one, all ones. But sir, I have a question.
Mm.
I thought
Mhm.
we said that we don't use. Oh, it's not usable though, right?
Yeah,
Zero
it's
and
not usable. It's just a term known as subnet mask.
okay.
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 So even though 255 can be used, it's not that. If it is only in the case of 32, even 32 also can be used because it is 255, na?
Yeah.
256 part is not in use. Wait, let me check. No, no, it is not usable. Right. It's 255. 256 part is not included because zero is added. So,
Yes.
and the zero is the minimum one, 255 is the extreme one. So both 255 come under broadcast, zero come under net mask. So these are not usable IP addresses. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
great. Understood the concept of subnet mask.
Yes.
Great.
But what is it used for? Do we use it for anything? The subnet
No, this
mask?
is just a terminology. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So there is a one example. Okay, now you tell me what will be the next IP address of this one.
Next IP address of this one. So we have the first three dots blocked. So we're gonna have 192.168.1.1.
Correct. Okay. So yeah, in this way, if I'll ask you what is the first network IP address, network is basically the net mask, the first
Okay,
one.
then same thing, right?
Correct. 01, which is not used. Okay. And if I
Yes.
ask you what is the broadcast IP address here,
It should be 192.168.1.255.
correct. Okay. As this is the subnet mask. Basically, the first
Oh,
three goes to the extreme one and then zero. Okay. Mm, okay. In this one, the host IP addresses, what is the range you will be available with?
the range that we will be available with is 192.168.1
No, no, range. How many IP addresses will be in your hand that can be used?
254.
254. And total?
Total 256, but we can't use the first and last
Correct. And in case of bits, how many bits are usable?
one. Only eight are usable.
8. So these are 8 is known as host bits. Okay.
Host. Okay.
Yeah. Total addresses 256. Usable host IP addresses will be 254. Okay.
Yes.
The
Yes.
first one goes to the network one, and the second subtract network, you can pronounce it as, and the last one is the broadcast one.
Quick question, sir.
Hmm.
So in where you said the subnet mask here, so because it's 24, that one, oh, never mind. All of them goes to the extreme. Okay, never
Extreme
mind.
one,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
All three which are blocked goes to the extreme one. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
The first usable will be the one that you said, correct?
One.
Which is the
And
last usable one? Can you tell me?
it's gonna be 254 dot
254.
two. Yes.
Correct. The broadcast IP addresses, from this you can answer. And what is the subtract network IP address? Can you tell me?
Sorry, subtract it? What do you mean?
Subtract network, I mean the network IP addresses. The first one. Which is
Uh,
the network IP address? Already over here. Okay, leave
yes,
it.
yes, yes.
Never mind. Understood. These are the all 8 questions that can be asked from the CIDR range, and you can crack any type of question with this one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
These are the examples. Okay. You can take more from your side. This is /25. Okay. So
Okay.
you can take out how many usable host bit will be there, just minus by 32. You will get it. Total IP addresses. Okay. Just do 2 to the power, the bits, 128.
Okay.
Usable will be minus 2, 126. So the range
Okay.
starts from dot 1 to dot 126. Why not 127?
Uh, why not 127, sir?
Hmm,
Because we said always we never use the first and the last one, right? We have to
correct.
get rid of the
Because
first and
127 goes to the host IP addresses, broadcast IP address.
yes.
So
Yes.
that is not usable.
Okay.
In the second case, /30, again, you can answer all these questions. Got it?
Mm, mm,
Mm. Okay, there is a scenario that you have this IP addresses and need 4 smaller subnets. Okay, means which will come inside this 24. So right now, tell me how many usable IP addresses you have left with.
usable IP addresses, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so if we are blocking 24, we are left with 8, so we have last bits. So 254, correct?
254, correct. In this 254, you need is 4 smaller subnets. So you have to divide this 254. Okay.
254 divided
So
by
which is basically in the form of 64, 64, 64, 64, right?
yes.
So 64 means /26, right?
Uh,
If you
I
didn't
didn't
get
get that.
this, okay. Tell me
Okay,
the
so
host bit. What is the host bit over here?
uh, the host bit over here is the exact what we have right now, right? 192.168.1.0.
Host bits. I mean, right
Oh,
now,
the you
yeah, bits. 8 is the host bit, right?
yes, yes. Hey, 8 is the host bit. Correct, sir.
Okay, and you have total 256 count. How many subnet
Yeah.
you need? 4 is smaller. It doesn't
Yes,
mention uh, there should be one higher, lower. So everything for all 4 should be equal, right?
yes.
So the
So
process
two
is
host
you will
bits.
divide 256 divided by 4. How many you left
Yeah,
with? 64, right?
64. Yes,
So
yes,
you need to take out how many 2 to the power goes to 64. 2 to the power 3 is 8, 2 to the power 4 is 16, 2 to the power 5 is 32, 2 to the power 6 is 64.
60,
6
64. Yes,
means 6 bit you required, right? So
yes.
first 26 out of this 32, you required 6. So 26 will be blocked, correct? So
Uh,
if you see,
okay, okay. Because two is being used. We have total
yeah,
8 goes to the 64. The other two goes to the next 64. So if it's 28, then it will be like 128 will be the is.
correct.
Am I getting correct? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So it goes like this one. So the result will be 192. The first goes to /26, which means it will use up to 64, right?
Yes,
So it
yes,
starts from 1 and that's 62
yes.
because
Because 0 and 63 is
63 is not used. Okay. In the
broadcast
same
and
case, yeah. So the
yes,
next usable will be dot 64 because 63 is for the broadcast.
yes,
So next usable will be 64.
yes.
Okay. So 64 is goes for the internet. Okay. Net
This,
or
yeah,
internet mask, you can say. And the
yeah, the
last,
net,
so you usable will be dot 65 to 126.
yes,
127 goes for the broadcast one.
yes.
So
Then we start with
128.
28.
Yeah, this is the
Yes.
most complicated question. And if you understand this one, you understood everything. Got it?
Okay.
This is the most
Okay.
complicated question can be asked.
Okay. So if we if we have the scenario is given, the subnet is given, and we need four smaller subnets. So so it is like whatever is available, divide that by how many number of subnets you need, right?
Correct. Correct.
And then whatever number you get, see how many bits you're gonna use for you to reach that address. In our case, which is 6, because it was 64 when we divided 256 by 4. and
Correct.
then and then from there we went from 24 to 26, because after, like, 32 minus 24 is 8, and then 8
Hmm.
divided by 4 is 2, so each one got assigned 2 to 2. So that's why we are at 26, and then we used numbers from. I think, sir,
Correct.
I might need to go a little bit hands on it today, and
Yeah,
if
yeah,
my might have a question, I'll ask in next class.
definitely. So I
Yeah.
guess these are the couple of more question I'm just showing over here. I'll upload this video by tomorrow also. Okay. So you can just go through this one. Okay. Quick formula. These are the formulas. You don't require formula as well, but still. These are the host depend upon the how many. And remember, if such question is asked, it always asks in a way that you can calculate. So not
Right.
less than 24 they will ask. Okay. They'll ask more than 24, 25, 26, but not less than that, because that will be out of control. Okay. You won't be able
Right.
to calculate that much. Neither they'll be able
Yeah.
to calculate. They'll just see whether you are able to get the concept or not. Okay. So they'll
Right.
provide you the
Right.
smaller number. So you can do your hands on this one. Okay. This is the answer, but you can do just take the question and do the hands on yourself. There's a bit more of the same thing. Okay, nothing more. Each one is known as octets. Okay. Uh, I don't want to make it more complicated. This is just too much I have added.
Okay.
So
But
if I go back to one slide that I didn't explain initially, so that you can answer that. This one. So it was among 16. So how many
yes,
total ranges you have? What they did
we
and divided into
two
224,
different
because this 24
224.
is less range compared to this one. Okay, slash
Yes,
16, it means you will be having 16,000 or 64,000 range. If I do 16, so you have
total.
65,000 range. And
Yes,
if I do 24, means 256 range, right?
yes,
So what I'm going to do is 256 IP addresses given to this public, 256 IP addresses given to this private, which are inside this one. Okay. If you see the
yes,
IP addresses, the first two are blocked. They are not going to
yes,
use. That's why it is coming under this main IP address. So always
yes,
remember, if I'm going to use the main one, the next one should be less than the main one. That's your
yes,
priority. Great. Tomorrow in tomorrow class, yeah, let's take tomorrow.
yes.
Okay.
I'm done for tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Let me just stop the recording.